Many ancient cultures, such as the Egyptians, believed that death was not the final stop, but merely the beginning of another journey. They built great pyramids and filled tombs with treasures, food, and even instructions for the afterlife, believing that the soul would continue to live beyond the physical body. Similarly, the Greek philosopher Socrates, before his execution, told his followers that death was nothing to fear, as it might lead to greater wisdom or a peaceful sleep. These ideas make us question, is death truly the end, or is it just another step in a greater journey? The poem Death Be Not Proud by John Donne that we are discussing in this video challenges the idea that death is powerful and scary. Hi everyone, this is Roni Datta from onlinefinotes.com. Before we begin the discussion, if you are looking for questions and answers related to this poem, check out the description or visit our website onlinefinotes.com, where we provide solutions for different subjects of different classes across different boards in India. With that being said, let's jump into the poem. Death, be not proud, though some have called thee mighty and dreadful, for thou art not so. For those whom thou think'st thou dost overthrow, die not, poor death, nor yet canst thou kill me. The poet John Donne here speaks directly to death as if it is a person. He tells death not to be proud, even though some people think it is powerful and frightening. He says that people do not truly die when death comes for them. Instead, their souls continue to live. He even calls death poor death, making it seem weak and helpless. The poet himself is not afraid because he knows death has no real power over him. From rest and sleep, which but thy pictures be, much pleasure, then from thee much more must flow. And soonest our best men with thee do go, rest of their bones and souls delivery. The poet compares death to sleep. He says that rest and sleep are like small images or pictures of death. Since sleep brings peace and comfort, death must bring even greater peace. He also mentions that good people, our best men, die first. This means that death is not something bad, it is just a way for their souls to be free. Their bodies may rest, but their souls continue to exist. Thou art slave to fate, giants, kings, and desperate men, endorsed with poison, war, and sickness dwell, and poppy or charms can make us sleep as well. And better than thy stroke, why swell'st thou then? The poet now talks to death as if it is just a slave to fate, not a boss. Death does not get to choose when people die. Instead, it listens to fate, luck, kings, and people who make bad choices, like starting wars and hurting others. Death does not work alone. It is always found with things like poison, war, and sickness. These things are what actually cause people to die. The poet also says that things like poppy, a plant that produces opium, or magic spells can make people sleep just as well or even better than death can. If something as simple as a plant can do what death does, then death is not really special. The poet asks why death acts so proud when it really has no power of its own. One short sleep past, we wake eternally, and death shall be no more. Death, thou shalt die. In the final lines, the poet makes his strongest point. He says that death is nothing more than a short sleep. After this sleep, people wake up again and live forever. This is a reference to the Christian belief in eternal life. Christians believe that Jesus Christ overcame death by rising from the dead, and because of these, all who have faith in him will also have everlasting life. This belief removes the fear of death, making it just a temporary sleep before waking up to eternal happiness. The poet ends with a powerful statement: Death, thou shalt die. He completely reverses the situation. He means that instead of death killing people, death itself will be destroyed. This poem is about hope and bravery. The poet wants to show that death is not something to fear. Instead of being mighty, it is weak and controlled by other forces. Instead of being the end, it is just a step towards eternal life. By speaking directly to death and challenging it, the poet takes away its power. The message is clear: death is nothing to be afraid of. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for such videos. Do check out onlinefinotes.com, and as always, thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video.